Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day practice question. Question was, which of the following states has become the first state to implement blindness control policy? Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan or Punjab? The correct answer is option C, Rajasthan. Rajasthan has become the first state to implement blindness control policy recently. It aims to control blindness with the objective of ensuring the right to sight. A massive drive will be undertaken in the state to reduce the rate of blindness and bring light into the lives of over 3 lakh people suffering from visual impairment. It is a comprehensive effort for the elimination of visual impairment which would be made in all the districts. It is in collaboration with voluntary organizations, trusts, hospitals and charitable institutions. Special training will also be imparted to eye experts as well as surgeons, postgraduate students and counselors working for eye donation. The policy will also entail a drive for public awareness as well as technical improvement activities related to the cure of blindness. Hence, option C is correct. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, with reference to the Indian Institute of Geomagnetism, that is IIG, consider the following statements. 1. It functions under the Department of Science and Technology. 2. It is based in New Delhi. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are not correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Scientists from IIG have reported the first evidence of the presence of solitary waves or distinct electric field fluctuations in the Martian magnetosphere. The study of these waves is crucial as they directly control particle energization, plasma loss, transport, etc. through wave-particle interactions. IIG was given a full-scale mandate to pursue geomagnetic and allied field research in 1971. It has been an autonomous institution since its inception and now functions directly under the Department of Science and Technology. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is based in Mumbai. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option B is correct. The first magnetic observations in India were started at Madras in 1822, followed by the recordings at Shimla 1841, Trivandrum 1841 and Colaba 1841. It also supports the World Data Center for Geomagnetism, that is WDC Mumbai, which is the only international center for geomagnetic data in South Asia. Next question is, in the context of defense capabilities, the naval exercise Varuna takes place between India and which of the following countries? France, UK, Israel or Seychelles? The correct answer is option A, France. The 21st edition of the bilateral naval exercise between India and France, Exercise Varuna, commenced on the western seaboard recently. Hence, option A is correct. While the bilateral exercise between the two navies was initiated in 1993, it was christened as Varuna in 2001. It has become a hallmark of India-France strategic bilateral relationship. This edition will witness the participation of indigenous guided missile stealth destroyer INS Chennai, guided missile frigate INS Teghh, maritime patrol aircraft P-8I and Dornier, integral helicopters and MiG-29K fighter aircraft. The exercise will be conducted over 5 days from 16 to 20 January 2023. It will witness advanced air defense exercises, tactical maneuvers, surface firings, underway replenishment and other maritime operations. Next question is, which of the following is not correct about antibiotic resistance? It occurs when the virus evolves to evade antibiotics. Overuse or misuse of antibiotics are the biggest drivers of resistance. It will always be with a human being, or antibiotics were introduced to the world in the mid-20th century. The correct answer is option A. It occurs when the virus evolves to evade antibiotics. Antibiotic resistance threatens to take us back to a time before penicillin, when the majority of deaths were caused by infections. Since antibiotics were introduced to the world in the mid-20th century, deaths attributable to infections dropped from over 50% to 10 to 15%. Antibiotic resistance occurs when bacteria evolve to evade antibiotics. Hence, option A is correct. Overuse and misuse of antibiotics are the biggest drivers of resistance. Antibiotics work by binding to a specific target protein on a bacteria, then entering to kill it from the inside. The most common ways bacteria evade antibiotics come from mutations that allow them to stop drugs from binding to bacteria. The main concern is that antibiotic resistance will always be with us. A study in 2019 found more than 1 million people a year died from infections linked to microbes that are resistant to antibiotics. It was more than those who died due to malaria or HIV/AIDS. Next question is, with reference to Indian culture and tradition, Kichchu Haisodu is associated with which of the following states? Sikkim, Nagaland, Odisha or Karnataka? The correct answer is option D, Karnataka. The annual Sankranti celebrations ended with the traditional practice of Kichchu Haisodu recently. Kichchu Haisodu is a common practice in rural areas of Karnataka. Hence, option D is correct. The owners of cattle run across burning stacks of hay along with their animals. People dress their cattle in colorful costumes and diamonds and force them to jump across a sizable pit of fire. Villagers believe that the practice is meant to ward off evil influences and bring good luck and prosperity. The race was held on the eve of the Sankranti festival. The festival of Sankranti marks the commencement of the harvest season and the days to start getting longer. The sun starts moving towards the northern side and transcends into the zodiac sign Capricorn, known as Makar. Next question is, what is LHS 475b? Black hole, stealth corvette, cruise missile or exoplanet? The correct answer is option D, exoplanet. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration or NASA recently announced that the James Webb Space Telescope has discovered its first new exoplanet. Researchers have labeled the planet as LHS 475b and it is roughly the same size as Earth. Hence, option D is correct. Located just 41 light years away, the planet orbits very close to a red dwarf star and completes a full orbit in just 2 days. Exoplanets are planets that orbit other stars and are beyond our solar system. Exoplanets come in a host of different sizes. They can be a gas giants bigger than Jupiter or as small and rocky as Earth. They are also known to have different kinds of temperatures, boiling hot to freezing cold. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Ramganga river. 1. It is a tributary of Ganga river. 2. It flows through Corbett National Park. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the National Green Tribunal has directed a committee to probe into allegations of illegal constructions along the floodplains of river Ramganga. The river Ramganga originates from Dudhatoli ranges in the district of Pauri Garhwal, Uttarakhand state of India. The Ramganga is the first major tributary joining the Ganga. The river flows entirely in the states of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The important tributaries that join the Ramganga river are the Ban, the Koho, the Gangan, the Gangan, the Gagas, the Aril, the Kosi, the Haldgadi Rao and the Deoha. Ramganga river is the lifeline for Corbett National Park. It is the largest of all the precious water bodies in the park. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is correct. Next question is, National Company Law Appellate Tribunal or NCLAT was constituted under which of the following acts? Competition Act 2002, Companies Act 2013, Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002 or Legal Services Authorities Act 1987. The correct answer is option B, Companies Act 2013. Recently, the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal or NCLAT had refused to provide any interim relief to Google. Earlier, Competition Commission of India or CCI imposed penalty on Google for alleged anti-competitive practices in relation to Android mobile devices. NCLAT was constituted under Section 410 of the Companies Act 2013. It is for hearing appeals against the orders of National Company Law Tribunal. It came with effect from 1st June 2016, hence option B is correct. NCLAT is also the Appellate Tribunal for hearing appeals against the orders passed by NCLT under Section 61 of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. It is also the Appellate Tribunal for hearing appeals against the orders passed by Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India under Section 202 and Section 211 of IBC. It is also the Appellate Tribunal to hear and dispose of appeals against any direction issued or decision made or order passed by the Competition Commission of India. It is also the Appellate Tribunal to hear and dispose of appeals against the orders of the National Financial Reporting Authority. Next question is with reference to the Office of the Economic Advisor or OEA, consider the following statements. 1. It is an attached office of Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. 2. It is responsible for compiling and releasing monthly wholesale price indices. Which of the above given statement or statements is or are not correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. That is, both the statements are correct. India's annual wholesale price index or WPI inflation for the month of December 2022 eased to 4.95% at a 22-month low. It is mainly due to fall in prices of food articles and crude petroleum. Office of the Economic Advisor or OEA is an attached office of the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. It functions under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, hence statement 1 is correct. It has following statistical functions: compiling and releasing monthly wholesale price indices and compiling and releasing monthly index of core industries production. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option D is correct. Next question is, who among the following heads the National Crisis Management Committee? Cabinet Secretary, Prime Minister, Home Minister, or Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change? The correct answer is option A, Cabinet Secretary. Recently, the Supreme Court refused to entertain a plea seeking the court's intervention to declare the crisis in Uttarakhand's subsidence hit Joshimath a national disaster. Joshimath is the gateway to famous pilgrimage sites like Badrinath and 𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐾𝐻, is facing a major challenge due to land subsidence. The petitioner has contended the subsidence has occurred due to large-scale industrialization and sought immediate financial assistance and compensation to the affected people. There is no provision, executive or legal, to declare a natural calamity as a national calamity. However, the 10th Finance Commission 1995 to 2000 examined a proposal that a disaster be termed a national calamity of rarest severity if it affects 1/3 of the population of a state. As per the National Policy on Disaster Management 2009, the National Crisis Management Committee is headed by the Cabinet Secretary. It deals with major crises that have serious or national ramifications. Hence, option A is correct. Last question is, which of the following is not correct regarding Financial Services Institutions Bureau or FSIB? It has replaced the erstwhile Bank Boards Bureau. It has been set up under Department of Economic Affairs. It recommends for the appointment of full-time directors of state-run financial institution, or it was constituted in the year 2022. The correct answer is option B. It has been set up under Department of Economic Affairs. Recently, Financial Services Institutions Bureau or FSIB has recommended the names for MD post of Bank of Baroda, Bank of India. It's a government body set up under the Department of Financial Services. The Bank Board Bureau was replaced by FSIB last year. FSIB will be entrusted with making recommendations for the appointment of full-time directors and non-executive chairmen of state-run financial services institutions. Financial Services Institutions Bureau has been constituted effective from July 1, 2022 by the central government. Hence, option B is correct. Now it's time for the practice question. The report titled Survival of the Richest was recently released by which of the following? Oxfam, Niti Aayog, Association for Democratic Reform, or Amnesty International? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.